These past several days have been monumental for Shiba Inu. It was completely unexpected. The most shocking revelation of the year was been dumped by Donald Trump. An anti-crypto rule has been overturned. The power over Shiba Inu will be completely lost. The analysts are making assumptions. Does this mean Shiba Inu will finally drop some zeros? Is this something specific though? Okay, I'll try to clarify. Important notice. The whole crypto community is in shock today. Everything is in a state of flux because Donald Trump has made a huge announcement. A government regulation that is unpopular in the cryptocurrency industry is something he intends to do away with entirely, he said. For some time now this regulation has been a pain for investors. It appears to be about to go presently. Let me explain. People didn't understand at first. What on earth is the relevance to Shiba Inu here? Allow me to explain. Perhaps it's directly related. The elimination of this rule has the potential to attract a flood of new investors for Shiba Inu. Now listen up. No, Shiba Inu isn't a token in this context. Actually, it's positioned very well to reap the benefits of this. It was as if it had been predetermined. Undoubtedly a monumental event is transpiring at this very moment. And sure, we'll be explaining all the exciting stuff shortly. First things first though. The pricing of Shiba Inu was extremely unpredictable today. This Trump announcement might be the reason. The price was constantly fluctuating during the day. However, things turned out better than expected at the day's end. And that in and of itself is inspiring the locals. Even more so, one expert has publicly stated that Shiba Inu is currently occupying a very significant position. In his opinion, it is currently positioned very close to a crucial level, the breach of which would trigger a notable bullish breakout. The Shiba Inu may try to command a premium price if that occurs. Getting to the next level is the first objective. And if the current trend continues, perhaps even further into the next major zone. This is when things get crazy. One of the many consequences of Trump's statement is this. We are all thrilled with this new Donald Trump news, but what is it all about? The first measure ever passed with a crypto focus was recently signed into law by President Trump, marking a watershed moment in the cryptocurrency industry. Many in the cryptocurrency community despised a particular regulation, and this new law does away with it entirely. Its basic premise was that conventional banks should regulate decentralized finance (DeFi). The regulation mandated that DeFi platforms perform the functions of brokers, including the collection of personal data, the tracking of transactions, and the reporting of all relevant information to the authorities. But that's not all. No intermediaries are used by DeFi. This is a permissionless open platform. In a way, that is the main idea. So you're attempting to fit it into a template that was designed for financial institutions. It was too big. Furthermore, many were put off because of it. Lucy, the head marketing for Shiba Inu, even shattered it. She emphasized the rule's significance, saying it will shape DeFi's trajectory going forward. Developers and even basic websites would have been compelled to behave like regulated organizations under the law. I'm gathering names, keeping track of trades, and following regulations that don't align with how DeFi works. There was good cause for the public's concern. If the regulation had been in place, open-source crypto programs might have become something they never should have been. I don't have it anymore. Guess who stands to gain the most from this situation? Canis lupus intermedius. A number of DeFi initiatives have been dedicated to Shiba Inu, a cryptocurrency. Put it in your mind. Its visibility was enhanced by Shiba Swap. An opportunity to stake and earn has been presented by Project Berry. Karma points, which have only recently gone live, are also attracting a lot of attention. This kind of structure, which incentivizes user engagement, attracts new investors at an exponential rate. There is a lot more space for the Shiba Inu today. In other words, it's not merely about the constructed, it's also about the buildable. Without having to deal with bureaucratic hurdles, this paves the way for fresh upgrades, tools and features. I am absolutely thrilled by that. Members of the community are not limited in their creations, but developers. All that innovation is going to be to our benefit. Now think about how fast Shiba Inu can release updates. The options have just grown exponentially larger, whether one is interested in increasing the size of Shibarium, releasing new utilities, or improving staking rewards. You know this group well. News of new updates travels like wildfire. Everything here culminates at a single point. The Shiba Inu is well positioned to strike. Thanks to this Trump pronouncement, the tide has turned and prices could be about to skyrocket. Maybe even losing a couple of those pesky zeros that everyone is raving about. It is nothing new to us. Shiba Inus often get up and move about after major changes. Fast indeed. This isn't your average day in the cryptocurrency market. In an instant, word spread like wildfire throughout the community, and now even investors are getting out their calculators to figure out how many Shiba Inus they'd need to reach their $1 million goal. With all this excitement, it seems like everyone is trying to get their hands on the magic number. The Crypto Basic reports that Changelly analysts are projecting a significantly higher price for Shiba Inu by the year 2028's conclusion. Big Mike, an analyst, has already predicted that Shiba Inu might go even crazy in May. The idea that their Shiba Inu satchels could be worth $1 million is one that many people have held onto for some time. They have been crunching the data, and here's the rub. Assuming Shiba Inu achieves even that relatively modest long-term goal, purchasing 1 million tokens would be the equivalent of buying a house. However, approximately 2 billion would be sufficient if it were to reach Big Mike's more aggressive objective. Sounds like a lot, but considering how cheap Shiba Inus are right now, it's actually quite feasible to make that type of investment. The current market value of that 11 billion would put you out about $100,000. This isn't exactly chump dough, but it may become $1 million if the price swings to the amount forecast. Additionally, for individuals aiming for the higher price forecast, it is possible to secure 2 billion tokens for less than $25,000. If that daring prediction comes true, we're talking about an astronomically high return. People are taking this Trump-driven momentum very seriously, as this indicates. Wait a second. We should all think about this before we get swept up in the excitement. In the cryptocurrency industry, major announcements like Trump's are like pyrotechnics. Everyone is either extremely bullish or rushing to get in when the hoopla starts and emotions run high. But hold on a second. The unscrupulous people also prefer to play at times like these. For that reason, the Shiba Inu development team took action and sent out a statement to the community. Just a friendly reminder to stay vigilant and watchful. This was actually tweeted by Lucy, who is the chief marketer for Shiba Inus. Independent thought is crucial in the cryptocurrency industry, she emphasized. To stop acting like a baby and start making your own decisions. Because being a victim of a scam becomes far more likely the moment you assume someone else will handle everything for you. Lucy was very blunt about it. Crypto isn't a kid-friendly playground, she warned. Yeah, it doesn't apologize, and it's quick and brutal. Do you ever err? The price tag is steep, so what's the takeaway? It's likely that it will cause pain. Plus, nobody has any responsibility to lend you a hand. A word of advice is not due to you. Something real but somewhat humorous was even added by her. I don't mind if you're still confused. Even if you have to start a crypto kindergarten, make sure you don't defraud anyone while you're at it. Just be yourself, always be asking questions, and never stop learning. This is a thrilling time, I must say.